Hello everyone. Welcome to June. Officially, when I'm recording this, it's June. So, welcome. Happy first week of June. Happy Pride Month. Happy celebration of you being you. So, let's see if I can light this candle and get it out of the way up here. Yeah, welcome. I think I have more energy today. The past couple recordings, I am recording them late on a Saturday night. There's been different reasons. Today was like a busier day. I picked up a new shelf I scored for free, rearranged a little bit in our living room, like that landing area that when you come into the house. We had a bigger bookshelf there, and it was just like I had so many things I was storing there that did not need to be there. So I got a smaller shelf and cleaned it all up, put all of our winter coats away. Small things like that. I thought it would take longer. It actually took shorter than that. So, and then we're still deciding where to put the bigger shelf, whether my son or my husband is going to get it. We're just moving things around. But it's kind of funny. I've been looking for that exact one. I have a bigger version of that same shelf right next to me here. I have like all my planner stuff on it. Yes. Yeah, and some art and books and other things. But I had been kind of looking at Facebook Marketplace a little bit for one, and they would kind of go quickly. So this just kind of like I was checking our local group, and they were like, "Hey, do you want it?" And I thought it did say like cross-posted, so I thought, "Oh, someone else is going to get it." And so I just said, "Hey, if it's still available." Woke up this morning saying, "Hey, come swing by." So I did. So, what else has been happening? Last week was a big week. It was a big week. Transitioning, I finally wrote some things here for the month. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this talk video in tonight. It's getting a little too late. But because my husband's going back to going back to work, I think I'll have some more time because I would bug him during the day. I would just go and talk to him. Being ADHD, you're like, hello, hi, I'm bored. But because he'll be, we're still trying to figure out his schedule. It's going to be hybrid. He's going to work some at home. But I'm going to actually have time where he's out of the house. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We're just thrilled. We're just really thrilled. The other parts were, I really did like this area. I don't think I put underlines under here. I had the numbers and the days, but when I put some green under those, it looked really good. It was nice to make these little lists. Friday, I was like gassing up the cars right before the month turned because we had some fuel points. And finally had a call with the school. We've been going back and forth on a lot of inconsistencies with just one teacher. And it's like, I kind of alluded to some of this. It's just so hard when you don't feel believed when things are actually happening. And so you have to like audit all your emails and like send them to people saying, no, this happened at this date. This happened at this date. It's less so with the IEP itself because that can be a whole can of worms too. I am feeling some pushback. It is, middle school instead of elementary school, so things are a little different. But we had some wins there, and it was really good to finally see progress on things that have been happening since February. And I tried to keep going, should we just let this go? Should we just let this go? And there was something that just felt injustice, to fight the injustice part. I just couldn't let it go. So we finally found a resolution to that. We're moving forward. We are finishing up the IEP. There was like someone who dropped the ball for a month, so that was great. It's hard. It's hard. It's not being able to, like, the last few years of having an IEP at the elementary school, we may not have been perfect on anything. It's coming together to try to word things the best that can be done. And I think I see like the big difference between the two, but because of the communication barriers can be that there's so many more teachers involved than like just the one point of contact, and that the way you write these up really does matter so that people can understand them very clearly. So I understand that. But I also feel like things were being denied that didn't have to be. But I did argue a big case for things, and I feel like I was heard, and just kind of a restructuring of part of his support. And yeah, it just felt good to finally get some of that through. I'm not 100%. What the problem is, I just don't trust one of the people, and we're going to have her again next year. Not the teacher. The teacher, we're going to say, we're not going to have this teacher again. I know she's a good teacher in other ways. She's just very arbitrary where my son needs structure. So the policies aren't written up. The, like how much time they have to do things. She's grading really late. I understand, like, having a family and there's a lot going on. That's okay. Sorry, I'm bumping a box right next to me here. I'm hoping it stays to my side. And so, let's see. Sorry, I have to tend to something really quick. My son is asking for something digital. So there we go. I have to give permission. And yeah, like all of his other classes, even teachers who might not have been super clear about things were clear enough. So we didn't have any problems with any other teachers. Like, even if they're being human and forgot things, we wrapped things up. We worked together. We asked questions. But this was just like fighting it every step of the way. So moving on. Actually, I just realized I didn't get my daily stickers this week either. So I'm just going to get to write everything. I am using this beautiful, to start out the celebration of June, I was looking for like multicolored, just gorgeous, I don't know, I just thought this was so festive with so many colors. This isn't directly Pride related, but I do have some Pride stickers and some pretty rainbow hearts that a really good friend gave me. You know who you are. Yeah, so I'm going to just start with that and take the wins. Made some other phone calls for, like health insurance things, since we're going to be transitioning, and everything lined up from like a month ago. Because like a bunch of, like, trying to get this lined up here. A bunch of, well, they're not policies. What are they? When you process claims, claims had come through and we were waiting on others and we didn't see a whole bunch. And then they just like stopped sending EOBs. And I'm like, well, according to my records, I don't see those being resent. Maybe there's going to be a really super EOB coming up. Because we've gotten some that have them all kind of being removed. Oh, I have another big thing that I'm going to show you in just a little bit. Speaking of just planners. But yeah, it's all rolling along. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is happy. Let's put, it's still raining. You know what? There is kind of like rain going on. So I'm going to use the rainbow umbrella here. And I know it's not specifically a rainbow umbrella, but I mean like all under the umbrella. It's, yes, this, I need something cheerful right now, and this is awesome. So start off, actually, I was about to use these little music tunes. So my plan this month is that I'm going to use like kind of these rainbowy washies every week and just kind of have a rainbow fest. We're going to see how long we can do it. But I want to use these tapes. I almost used them this time, but I want to do it next week, maybe, or towards the end of the month, of just like partying out to music. So I'm going to save the music ones here. And what else can we do? So I'm just going to be using like a mix of things and maybe using up this whole entire sheet and celebrating, because that's what it's about. And put the little NBB here. There we go. I love this. Okay. And we'll see as we go along. This is just gorgeous as is. But I also picked out here, I have rainbow tombos that are really light. And I'm going to, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I get a 7th? Do I have a pink? Let's see here. I'm using a really light pink. I have them all behind me, so just hang tight for a moment. Maybe 817. Yeah, let's do that. Let's throw that in there. So we have a little darker. So we have like pink and then purple. Sorry, pink and then. Anyway, I'm going to put it down the side here. Let's see. So we have kind of a light pink. And kind of a, that's my darkest one. But I want to kind of use that for red. And then everything else should be kind of a highlight. Orange. Yellow. And I just got a bunch of these singles, and so I kind of wanted to try them out anyway. Yeah, that one's sticking out, isn't it? That's okay. And then purple. Oh, this is happy. And I really like how light all these other ones are. I was really looking for highlighting ones that I can use. I was missing some yellows and oranges and kind of some greens. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. And then I have tons of this tape, so let's make it really pretty throughout. So I am going to introduce a new planner. What you say? What's going on? Sorry, it's kind of hard to see. It's a little dark on this side of my planner. Technically, I am introducing a brand new planner. Am I going to be using it all the time? Not really. So Sterling Ink Catherine had her Memorial Day sale, and I picked up a bunch of different things, but I really wanted to see how an A6 felt. I know A6 has been like a big deal this year and last year, and wanted to, I have some other A6, like I have an A6 rings that I've been really liking, just playing around with. And this is getting a little wrinkled. But I wanted a vertical A6, just to, well, just mainly see how the planner itself felt. There's something about A6 that it was like, it still boggles my mind. I'm not, like, I understand it's half the size of an A5. And I can show you guys that in a moment if you don't understand. A lot of my audience understands that already. But sometimes I like to go to basics because some of my viewers don't know. I'm just going to keep this up going all the way through here because it's a celebration of, because there's a lot of flowers in bloom. June is here. Seattle here, we do get kind of a June gloom. So it's not, we are getting like a bunch of rain. I think there's a flood watch very early tomorrow morning. So like tonight, overnight. So we're just keeping watch on that. Which is kind of late in the season, but we get kind of this like darker June. We've had some sun. We had some sun today. But it can definitely come back as like just super cloudy days. But then during July and August, it is hot. So anyway, I have this A6 and I want to try, like, it's totally blank. I haven't put a single thing in it. I'm kind of using it as so my plan is that I'm not going to use my A5 this month. This is really sticky. It got a little off kilter here. And also the development that so many of you, like after I've been like talking about like, oh, I wish I could have, you know, the Papertess, you know, horizontal weekly with the dashboard plus the A5 vertical of the sterling ink, you know, I thought I'd have to pick. And many of you, and then I also saw the video of, is it twine and paper? Paper and twine. What is it? Let's see. I want to make sure. I thought it was of T. That is, here we go. TP. So it's twine and paper, I believe. Twines, plural. Twines and paper. From Germany. She's had a lot of products out. I haven't bought anything from her before. And she released a hybrid this last week. It was like kind of out of the blue because I didn't know it was coming. I mean, maybe some other people knew, but I had multiple people contacting me saying, guess what? Here it is. And I'm like, I know, I'm so excited. And it's in the B6 size, which has been my main one. I do like A5, but I'll take a B6. I'll take a B6. I am doing most of my planning in here. That means I can continue getting these vellums. So why not? Why not continue on? And so that only starts in 2025, right? So let's see. So Monday's the 3rd. Oh. We're just going to hand write these. Oh, and then I'll put the little highlights underneath. How about that? Let's see. I think I want to do Tuesday here. Let's see. Tuesday. Trying to stay on target here. Stay. It's the 6th. And then, anyway, so I'm going to use this little A6 just as a vertical, just to see what overlaps. It just clues me into how time works while I'm working out of here with my lists. So the hybrid, it's the week book hybrid is what came out this week at Twines and Paper. I just pre-ordered today. I did get 2 ivory ones. I loved all the other colors as well, but I change up my planner covers a lot. I mean, I have a big stack that I kind of rotate through. I only have a couple B6s though. But anyway, I really enjoyed that I got the kind of tan ivory one from Papertess. Anyway, so as I was pre-ordering that, you know, your mind just kind of jumps ahead and it's like, oh, you know, I can imagine kind of using that next year. And I'm like, okay, so really I'm using my B6 and I'm just looking at an occasional vertical just to get my bearings. Like, I'm really not using my sterling ink that much. So to experience this A6, to just kind of familiarize myself with that size, yeah, I'm using that like form factor, and having a vertical, and they were super cheap because they're this year. So yeah, Friday the 7th, 8th, 9th. Okay, let me get these down real quick. Oh, they're not going to line up. That's right. Oh, I might need more room for that, but that's okay. I can move that down. Sunday the 7th. Sorry, 6th, 7th. I'm doing this totally wrong. 7th, 8th. Actually, I'm going to move this whole thing down since I'm erasing it. I usually need more room on a Friday. So, there's the 8th. And then we'll turn this into a 9. Like that. Okay, I'm just going to highlight these now, and now I can continue on my conversation here. So, I'm still using the health planner, so that one will definitely be there. This is just going to be darker. It just is. I think I'll go over this one a little bit more though. There we go. Yeah, so I also ordered from Twines and Paper the it's a little darker here, the Weeks version, and it's very similar to Papertess, but it does have like a tracker along the bottom of the right side, but it's kind of all grid above that. And while I very much appreciated having, like, when we get to the health planner, I'll talk about it a little bit more, but like the whole system she has kind of set up there. Oh, this blue matches that one, or it's getting close to that family there. Anyway, I just ordered both because I do want to have some options. Let's see. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Let's write here. Now I'm also trying to figure out, like, where am I going to put my lists? I've only used these like bigger areas for lists. I did a little bit last summer into the fall, and then I stopped. And then I started up again in this book. So I'm not like dedicated to it, but the hybrid will have like 150 pages in the back, so I could do that. But yeah, the only thing is that there isn't like single pages up near the two. So it has this pretty much layout, and then you flip it over and it has a vertical already printed with the numbers. Excuse me. And that was what was the most important is having the pre-printed numbers, because I did not want to put like strips of numbers every time and create like a vertical. But I very much appreciated like having this layout and then having a vertical just already printed. And that's what was like, yep, that's what I'm getting. So it could be that's my only order this year. I'm really hoping so. I'm imagining it now. The only thing I might get in tandem with it is another booklet from Sterling Ink, because there are some like social media planning stuff that sometimes it can fill up this monthly area too much. But I'm going to see about like putting everything on one, but I've done that before and it gets a little chaotic. So then I have to start color coding, and then that gets confusing. So yeah. So reflections here. So in the mood of that, I am just going to quickly look at this A6 here in a moment, and we're going to see about that instead of the A5. So wins, what worked? Oh, we also watched the end of Discovery. If you're a Star Trek fan, I love that series so much. Let's see. Let me get all these on here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Insights. Shifts. And then feelings here. Oh, and I also pulled a card here, so I'm going to write that here. I'm going to let that. Yeah, it was very endearing. The last half hour of the show was just fan service, just saying goodbye to the characters. So good, so good. And then I realized, I think last week I talked about the Shy, thinking it was going to wrap up, didn't realize it was renewed for season 7. And so I'm like, oh, okay, well then in the next 4 episodes, what I think is going to happen probably won't happen. And so, yeah, that's kind of what happened. Here is the 9 of Cups that I pulled. And I haven't even read it yet. What does it say? What loving action can you do for yourself today? Take good care. So, yes, right there. I am going to write that down here, and then I'll be right back. Okay. I think that's an excellent reminder, especially in this month of just celebrating. Yeah, how can we be kind to ourselves? Let's see. I would like to put, let's see. I'm just thinking about the other weeks coming up. Let's put some sunglasses here, hoping for some sun. Just going to put that down here. Just little accents here, and then a little rainbow here. I'll have it kind of go like that. I guess that's okay. And, yeah, I normally don't decorate that too much more than washi. So just having a little bit there. Again, a little bit goes a long way with everything. And I think the highlighters are really helping. So I am going to use a few more stickers in the A6. Okay. So my A5. I might put a couple stickers in here, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. But like this was this last week. Oh, and then a kind viewer said, put in a pencil board when I was rubbing on these might have made it a little easier. I have yet to try that. I really wanted to try it the next day, and then a lot happened. So, yeah, I think that would have been easier. So thank you for that advice. I always love your advice. I always love it. So it's little things like that that sometimes just do not dawn on me. So this is the A5, and A6 is exactly half this way. So if you're looking at it this way, it's half that way. And B's are the same. So like a B5 is even bigger than this. And so the B6 is, you know, just imagine a page that was like double the height here. Sorry, I can't even, like it's double this, go up one more past the edge here. And that's a B5, which is really big. So that's how A's and B's work. So yeah, this is like half the size this way, but yeah, I got a vertical in here and I thought, well, if I just need to glance at a vertical just to kind of get my bearings, why don't I try this one? So yeah, we're going to put the A5 away. We're just going to look at this one. And I'm trying to think. I don't have a passport in front of me. I'm bumping this box here, but this is more like pocket size. Pocket and passport is very similar, so if you want a little bit more reference to those who don't really know, it's definitely, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I get B6, I get pocket. It's very hard to wrap my head around this size just because I don't use it. Excuse me. So we are just going to, let's see, put a little decor on here just to keep it cheery. And I'm just going to run it along the bottom here. It's not something I'm going to be like carrying with me that much because I do have a pocket that I carry with me, but it's just something where as I'm planning out my week, I want to see what I'm running into, like what's going on here. The other thing is that if you are ordering from Sterling Ink, I don't know how many she has left. Let's see, let me cut this middle here. But she offered clear covers for a little while, and then they kind of didn't store very well for her. So what I've been doing is I have been picking up some just to have some around, but it's like ordering a t-shirt and you want a little baggie. So I got the full year. So this is definitely made for a fuller book. If you can see right there, there's a lot of extra room in there. This is for a full book, but I got it compact. And then I have no worries about it fitting at all. You can see there's like extra gap there, but I would much rather, like, it's not too annoying. And possibly as I'm using this a little bit more, it won't be quite as annoying. I think it's great. I did that also with, I just had a booklet for the pocket ones, and then I put like a compact on it. So I just like ordered a size up basically, and then I have like no problems. So these are just gonna curl. I might like later afterwards try to pick this back up and get that out of there, but that's okay. So I'm going to treat this like I would my A5, and I'm going to highlight the tops of these. And this is my first experience with this. I'm trying to go a little light over that because that's the darkest one there. Yeah, I've never used this. This is interesting because I thought it would, I keep thinking it's like a passport where it's just going to be really hard to write in, but I can see quite a bit here. It's a really friendly size. And I know a lot of you out there probably are like, I've used A6 for years. Great. You know, I applaud those for like experimenting in so many different sizes. So I am going to... Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing is, yeah, you obviously don't get every hour. So I am going to, so that's a 3 o'clock, so I need a 2:30. So I need an 8, 2, that's a 3 o'clock, 2:30. Okay. Okay. This is fun. This is fun. Sometimes, you know, you have to step out of your comfort zone. This is not very far out of a comfort zone. I will say that. Okay, so these are school hours. Oh, this feels so tiny. So tiny. I've also been thinking about, like, how do I, and I mentioned this I think last week or in my talk video last week, is that I do want to try some different layouts, and maybe I will in this book. Maybe this is the one where I play around a little bit more. There is that. Okay. And then I'm going to, I haven't used these yet. So, oh, I see. So these are darker going to lighter. How about, we can use some pretty light ones in here. So I do want to have, like, need to, actually I think I'll put it right on the number there. There is, that is quite big. So yeah, I can't just flip to, I haven't filled these out yet. That's a pretty good size, actually. I really do want to put all my appointments in here because I don't think it'll take too long. Just go month by month and just have them in here. There's nothing, I'm not going to decorate these, but just having them there so I can refer to them. Because I have a 12 o'clock here. See, I'm like, should I use a sticker? I guess I should. I think I'm going to use the hearts for this, the appointments. So I have a 12 o'clock. And then, well, it's like a 12:15, but they're essentially both 12 o'clocks. So I'll do that for now. And then I have my GI, it's a video. And then I love how, like, so the passport is just smaller, but this I feel like I can fit my whole hand on and push down the corner here and not feel like I'm falling off. That is just my first thing, and I'm liking that. So haircut here. I was going to go last week, but I wanted to spend a little more time with my husband because he was having this week off, and I thought, yeah, let's have a little bit more time. So, and then I do want to, I think I'll use purple because those are kind of purple. So we have here, usually it's around here. That's a very similar color there, so I like that. That's the lawn service. We're doing yard waste this week, right? Let me check. What is going on here? Yes, because recycling was last week. So we are going to get the yard waste out here. And then, oh, there is a good amount of room up here. I just noticed that. So that's really nice. This is first impressions. This is fun. So yard waste, and then Thursdays, I'm going to have to do it a little earlier. I just need to check the here, and then it's a delivery here. So I'll put lawn. And thankfully I do kind of write smaller, or I have like acronyms that I already use. So that kind of just gives me the layout to see what, and I moved this a little earlier, so I should have enough time to go and grab my son. And then, oh, this is actually, so that's 1 o'clock. This is early week. And then we're gonna see, this is our anniversary. And so we're just gonna see about, maybe my mom can go pick him up and take him just for into the evening. And he doesn't really like overnights as much. Actually, we're thinking more like 11, where we can just pick him up at 11, and that's kind of the latest that she stays up. And we're night owls, so that's not too bad to go up and pick him up around that time. So and then next weekend we're not sure. I love this. This is so cute, and it's probably very small on the screen, so let me hold it up a little higher. But this is so cute. This is so cute. I liked, because this is like all the info I need. And so that's what I'm thinking, like with this new B6, of having like a horizontal and then like keeping a bunch of lists within those days, like using the bottom here for like lists. I could try that next week, of just keeping this whole area for lists. I don't know. Oh no, that's really cute. Let me put some blue down the side here. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So there's purple there. We're going to have a little green. It's kind of a limey green. Maybe go skip yellow and go to orange. And just kind of keep track of some things down the side here. I'm going to use the pale pink one. There, perfect. So yeah, that's my vertical. That's really cute. Okay, so let's get to my weeks. So you can kind of see, for, again, I think most people know all about this, but this is like the week size. It's definitely a little narrower than the A6. It's kind of like a similar amount, but you definitely get that width, which is really nice to be writing on. Yeah, I could see using an A6. I don't think I could ever use like a pocket vertical. That was a little too small, but this is really intriguing. It's really intriguing. So let's get this decorated. And we're going to put some flowers. Let's see. So I moved, yeah, my hair here, but then I'm going to use that. So I use these green little like teardrops, but I think I'm going to move it to the last week because we fit in actually a haircut for my son. So that'll keep it to the last week. But yeah, the Twines and Paper has just this bottom, has like about a grid very similar to this, but it has no middle one, and it just has some boxes here where you can put what you're tracking, and then Monday through Friday kind of a deal down here, or Monday through Friday and boxes. I don't know. I'll include the link below and you can look all at it, but this part has been a little frustrating. And then this, I could just quickly set this up. I'm that's the only thing. I could see myself just ordering a Papertess Weeks. That would be, you know, if I just really want to stick with this layout. That's as much as I want to do next year. But yeah, I do want to see if I just wanted to pre-order the other one too. The Twines and Paper week book. So I'm gonna take this off, and then, oh, I've been driving all week. That was another thing, was that, actually, I don't need to put it in here, but I will. I'm off screen, aren't I? I'm almost off screen. I just wanted to kind of reuse the sticker in this layout here. There we go. So, yeah, I do need to refinish this, but I do have all the info in here, and I just need to finish those. Usually it's about a week behind, which is fine. You know, then I sit down and I do all of it. But, yeah, I like this green. I like the monochromatic and then going to color. I think it's really fun that way. So let's highlight down the side again, because I'm enjoying that. And then orange. Oh, the other show I just totally went through last night on Showtime. I do this every year. They have a show called Couples Therapy. And I've gone trying to think how many years I've been in therapy. I would say, like, if you stuck them all together, 5 or 6 solid years. Like, if you just like crammed them all together and you go weekly, at least that many. So to see Couples Therapy, I love that show so much. It's fascinating to hear about other people's lives, and they're little half-hour shows, and there's like 8 or 9 of them. So I just, I went through all of them, and it was just so fun. So yeah, there was that. What other shows have I been watching? Let's see. What else do I want to do? I think I want to do a little butterfly on here too. Just put it here. Yeah. Just keeping this simple. What are the 3 things? Let's see. Let's use blue. I like the blue because the blue's kind of blue, and the purple are the ones that are standing out here. Let's use purple this time and just have like 3 things to focus on up here. And then highlight wise, let's use the orange here. This is really the color I wanted. Just some oranges and yellows. Yeah, if you're ever ordering singles, Jet Pens has these way cheaper than Amazon. They're like half the price or less. What else? So these 2 things, and then I'm gonna just write in all the rest here. Oh, I need my little, I feel like I'm all set up, and then I swear I missed like half of the things that I need. So that's what ADHD is all about. But as I've said, I'm very much believe that I'm probably autistic as well. It's just, I can understand both of those worlds very well. Needing order, needing planning, but then it's chaotic. It's kind of, please talk to a doctor about all of that. I am no expert on any of that. I am not trained. But I can tell you my own experiences. I have been drinking more water, getting more sleep. I need to kind of put those on here, but I feel like, yeah, my water has gone up. So this is a funny story. I don't like to go out and run errands that much. I will put them all together and, you know, get them done. I do like to combine them, but I just kind of like, do I have to kind of thing. Actually, I'm going to stop numbering them there. I have been having breast tenderness, so we are going to... What is going on here? Oh, that's high. Okay. So Saturday, I'm going to put BT, and I was feeling a little Friday too. So that is how if you're new here, that's how I tell my cycle is coming, but I don't have a uterus. So when that stops, then I know my cycle has restarted. So I don't know if like Monday or Tuesday here, it might stop by then. So I'll have to start over at 1. And it's good to see this one's a little shorter. Like it's really aimed at 28. To me, I kind of feel like that's one ovary or the other. I usually have like one ovary doing like 28 days and then the other was like 32. That's just me. That's what I feel. It does have to do with the blood flow to your ovaries. And since my blood flow has kind of changed because it was going to my uterus, but now it's a little different. Sometimes it's a little wonky. What else do I put in here? I put Monday. Put these in here, and then I also do it here. This is the only part that bothers me, is that Wednesday, Thursday. I don't mind writing over those. I mean, it's a little messy. I could white them out and write on top. It's just that there's this extra line here, and it throws me off. Like, I try to put like little lines here, but as I'm going through, sometimes I get my lines mixed up. I love that there's just 7 down here. So I was like, I can write this and kind of make a quick grid and then just have some areas here and then use something down here, whether it's this one or this one, maybe of just tracking my pills down here. And then I might, now the one from Twines and Paper, it actually still has the lines like the old Papertess one did. So, which is fine. I don't mind if it's has lines there or not. They're always the same. They always coordinate to the day, so I'm fine with it. If I was using this differently, if I was using it like this way and I was tracking like 30 days, that would be really interesting to count these up. I think I counted them up one time, but that would be really cool if you had like a whole month of something right there. That would be cool too. So yeah, shows, cycles, new thinking for next year. I'm thinking like just seeing that new planner, it's like, how can I incorporate some of that into my life now? And that's why using that A6, I might stuff it into my B6 because I have like the planner, it can hold a lot. So the cover itself, let's see, do I want to put anything else? I think I want to use this color just to make these more pronounced there. I know they don't line up, but at least, yeah, it's kind of seeing that those are standing out. Anything else? I feel like I'm missing something here. Look at, oh, I didn't highlight anything over here. That's what I'm missing. What color? I could do, so I have some pink. I have 1, 2, 3 areas here. So let's do colors I don't normally use. Like let's do yellow across the top. Kind of go over that double. I can do a little bit more brightly because of the color scheme I have this month, but in next month's, I probably won't go over it double. Let's do green. Why not? There we go. Yeah, and I'm missing all the wording that I put in the middle here. Okay, so because I'm thinking that some of the things I'm tracking here, someone did comment and it made me think a little different about how other things to just track. And I'm so sorry. I don't remember names very well. And I apologize right now. If you write multiple over on multiple videos, I do see people who comment, oh, probably at least once a month, if not every other week. I'm getting to know those names. But if you've only commented 2 or 3 times, I don't recognize the screen names. My brain has really a lot of trouble. But I approach it as if I know you every comment I get. I'm not trying to be like, who are you every time? It reminds me of, I had worked with a client and we met at her house, which I did a lot. As a web designer, I would go to people's houses and bring my laptop and we would go over details of what I was doing. And it was so funny. So I also kind of ran a like green women's group and an eco women's group. And we would sit together and talk. And when she came to one of those meetings, I said, it's so good to see you in person. And I'm like, I went home and she didn't say anything, but a lot of time had passed between those 2 times. Like it wasn't like the next month, but it was probably like 4 months, 6 months. And I was really busy running that group. And you can take it as like, it's good to see you in person again. But I didn't say again. It sounded like it's the first time I was meeting her, yet I had been in her home. And I think she's like, what's going on? That's my brain. I was so distracted by other things that I didn't make it clear. Well, it really didn't dawn on me. I actually was thinking I had not seen her. So sometimes I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. So here's my B6. Very happy. Very happy. Here is my, let's see, how should I stack these up today? I guess it's this one next. My weeks. And then my little A6. Just to look at the verticals. The one thing I did forget here, let's see, maybe I'll do it in purple like this one, was like, I just like to put yard waste here and our little Smith Brothers order there, just to know like I need to do something on those days, like here. Let me write those in really quick. So yard waste and Smith. So yeah, that's a happy stack. And yeah, as I was saying, like this, I might stick in the back here because I have another, let's see, booklet in here too. And I have this on top and it still snaps because this is that big personal one that I took the insert that had the rings in it. I didn't take it out. Someone else took it out and then sold it to me. So I really like how there's so much room for this being chunky and that to fit in, or I could stick that somewhere else in there. This gives me more of a feeling of how I can try things this next year. So that's fun. That's fun to try new things. I really like it. I really like it. So let's just get the stack up again. Oh yeah, I gotta go to the dentist next week. So there's my stack. Push this down a little bit because I'm training it to be open. It does lay flat very well, especially in A6 size. It's very, very beautiful. So take care, everyone. If you enjoyed this, like it on the way out. If you really want to get more of these, consider subscribing. Yeah, I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah. My ADHD brain. Come on a ride with me. Take care, everyone, and I will talk to you next week. Or I might have a talking video. I don't know yet. I got to see about filming that either tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday. So take care, everyone. Bye.